Right. Pistol round has begun, and the drone is uncomfortably close to my face. And we already see Liquid are making their way through to the lower bomb site. They've taken control of ramp. Vice is falling off, but they're going to jump him. Oh, that's not a bad start. Finds himself the bomber. What else can he get? Well, reload's not going to be too useful in that situation. USP's out by the hazmat room, and looks like things aren't too bad here for Rogue. It started off looking very promising for Liquid, but they've got to make the frags happen. Trays are decent, but now down to MSL against Nitro and Twists, and he will get caught completely off guard, and that's a good hold there by Team Liquid. They'll start off with that T pistol. This is the second map of Nuke we will have seen today.
That's a stat. It is going to be Rogue, who came very close indeed. Decent trades towards lower, but left MSL in a 2 versus 1. They are going to force buy. I've never been a fan of the force buy nuke in the second round, but we'll see how it works out for them. Smokes outside from Liquid. They're treating this with the respect it deserves. Smokes down, 3 players out, making 4. All 5 committing, in fact, towards lower. And you can see this lovely angle now. We can see exactly the CT presence on the other side. Nothing there. All 5 players make it down. The CT starting to rotate, but I think there's only 1 player right now. That's going to be the Danish Nico. I forgot he joined this team. Is that what's happened here? Yeah, it is. Yep. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
We were talking about it. I thought you were just being weird.
Why.
But he actually is in this team. It makes sense now. So there it is. He is going to be... He's a bit of a Deagle King as well. Dan, a man after your own heart.
No.
Yeah? What about that?
Where's the next one? You can't just be one. It's
has to be
more.
2.
At least 2. Let's see if he's got it.
Just like babies.
What?
Can't just have one, you've got to have 2. Otherwise, they come out like you and me, Dan.
Are you guys both only child? That explains so much.
Oh, no, he's my brother. Sorry.
Okay, right.
Okay, well, just me then. Just me then. That didn't work out. Man advantage for Rogue. 40 seconds on the clock for error correction, if you will, for Team Liquid, but the tags from the scout don't help. Vice finishing off. Twist.
Ooh!
Almost missed him completely, but there we are. And now Elise has got 10 HP, 3 players to kill. Won't happen.
There it is. Bit of excitement. Bit of tomfoolery, and it will be Rogue somehow coming out on top. The deadly Deagle King, Nico, opens things up with a wonderful shot, but only good for 1. Dan, not impressed just yet. So we'll see if he can continue it. But that was a lovely shot. It's strange to send all 5 players down towards Secret, but I understand the mentality there. Didn't expect to drop such a quick kill at the start of it, and it snowballed out of control. They will force buy in response with the Tech 9 in the hands of Nitro. 3 Deagles and a Scout for a Liege. Don't see him snipe too much, but he does seem to be fond of the Scout itself. Damage done towards him, down to 8 HP, as Nico looks for more and more. Is this a similar situation to the whole Optic scenario, where it started off with 1 Danish player coming across, and all of a sudden, everyone was Danish, just 1 by 1 being removed?
Yeah.
So that kind of feels that's what's about to happen.
They'll get a reputation for these anime betrayals.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, we'll just get 1 Dane in, you know, just to help us out, bring the European flair in. Okay, 2 guys, definitely just going to be 2. All of a sudden, everyone's come over, and there's no Americans left. So maybe that happens here. I don't know. I haven't watched Rogue in a long time.
Less and less English being spoken. Yeah. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, do you remember that whole debacle when they weren't even speaking English?
That's got to be so weird, especially in North America. Elige taken out. Vice spotting a few more plays. Look how he's falling back, however, for support, resetting the situation, fighting on his terms, finding angles, limiting the opportunity for Liquid to use their numbers together, but some 1v1s will be won by Team Liquid, looking for a bomb plant situation now. Sick opening the door, but that will not deter them from planting the bomb.
Still a good chance here for Liquid. Bomb planted. Nico, not that one, is low. We'll see if this HE grenade does enough damage to take Nitro down. Not quite. He'll find Nico in the back there. And the bomb's ticking away at some pace now. A back and forth game, it seems. Naf trying to do his best with the pistol, but they seem to buy time at this point. It looks like they might have done enough here. It comes down to the 2 versus 1, but Nitro just needs 1 of these kills. That should be enough. Sick, so low. Tech 9 will do him in, and presumably the bomb blast as well. He might be able to get away just in time. He flies up the vents here. Up he goes. I don't think he's made it. Nope. He'll be taken down. 3 kills for Nitro. And it will be Team Liquid bouncing back. Will Rogue force in response? You really don't want to get into this tug of war against a team like Liquid. It's one you're probably not going to win. If they keep force buying here, they'll be left with nothing. I think they should just yield and take the eco. They're going for it. fair enough. Could work out just against a team like Liquid, who are now stronger than before. They have, what, 3 rifles and a scout and a UMP. You lose this round, you're going to be 3-1 down with another eco to deal with.
Stu starts it off well. Takes down one outside. The numbers game is really big in a round like this for the CT side. And so that definitely does not help them. Earlier we saw Astralis just showing you how it's done, taking the upper bomb site. They're so effective and efficient there. Honestly, like, even when Astralis beast people, I just really enjoy watching them play because they are so good at everything that they do. It's just a joy to watch. So I'm hoping to see similar plays from Liquids in the upper bomb site later on. Now they've taken ramp, it looks like it should be pretty easy to close down the round. A free passage now to the bomb plants. Nico, not to be confused with the other Nico that we just watched.
That would be confusing if that was the case, but yes, we can confirm it's a different one.
He should add like another letter to his name or something, or like an underscore or something.
I don't think the underscore would be enough.
No.
I think you need a bit more creativity than just the
underscore.
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 Yeah, you do raise a good point. Branding is a big part of esports these days. You want to be representing yourself and the team. You want to get those t-shirts out there, the caps, the socks, everything really. And if you called Nico, who's also one of the world's best players,
arrived there.
Something's gone wrong.
Someone already got to that one.
What does DDK stand for?
Deadly Deagle King, of course.
I do like that. It does have a nice ring to it. If only that was the case. James, JZSP is your official gaming name? Is that just James Bardolph? But your middle name begins with F?
Yeah, it's just my initials.
Okay.
I took inspiration from Dan. My first CS name was Zone, and then I changed it to Megatron.
Okay, of course. Naturally.
Wasn't it like Captain Toaster as well?
Then
I
it
remember that.
went from Megatron to Toaster, and then I leveled up to Captain Toaster. And my friend made me an avatar, which is a toaster with a helmet on it, and I think it's on my Steam page.
I would love to see that.
In the images or something.
I
So
would
you
love
can see
to
it there, the old... And I was like, do you know, when I started commentating stuff, I was like, do you know what? I don't want to be known as Captain Toaster, so I think I'll just be known as James Bardolph.
It's fine. If you're on camera, it's normally better to just be known as your name anyway.
Captain Toaster.
Captain Toaster. This is actually looking pretty good for MSL. He gets one, can't quite get the second. Still a 2-on-2. Nico with the AUG. Nafly just 3 HP here. Smoke goes down towards main entrance, and there's still plenty of time on the clock. Plant will come in safely. Twist has to take a bit of a gamble here. Still got the Molotov as well. Does he use it towards the ladder or the hut? Plenty of options. And he will throw it, I think, towards Squeaky Door. So there we go. Oh, another one.
That is killing way too much time. That's just with a utility alone, that should have done it. Because Nico's still trying to get a look in here. But it's not. It's a pretty nice setup having one on the CT vents and one on the site. It's a nice crossfire.
Yeah, they're just going to see if they can take everyone down with them. All things considered, they obviously don't have the information we do that everyone's low. Still can't win the round. It's not too bad. Can they recover a second rifle? Vice is trying his utmost. He'll have to go back in once the bomb goes off, and hopefully one will be in reach. There it is. Nice work. Could have fumbled that a bit and blown up with the blast, or miscalculated a bit. He does a good job.
What do you think of the addition of Stewie 2K to Team Liquid? Because I think it's mostly a stylistic change if they can find the right roles to fit everybody so they can get the most out of the most players.
The only problem I have with it is more of the human aspects of it all. I don't think Stewie's necessarily the hype man of the squad, and Taco was very level-headed and kept them grounded, and they don't necessarily have big personalities in this team. But we will get more into that later. It's all kicking off here. It's MSL the AWP of this team. He was AWPing towards the end of North, wasn't he? That's when they won DreamHack Masters. He was AWPing there. Is he main AWP for this
Nico
squad?
does some AWPing, doesn't he?
Not really. Well, from what I know, I haven't seen him AWP before. He always played with, what's his name from Heroic? Yugi. So he never AWPed there.
I feel like I've seen him with an AWP on train.
He might have secondary AWP from, yeah, but Yugi was definitely the main AWP for them.
But yeah, MSL seems to have found a place for himself with the LWP, so...
We did a great job. That one event, I think it was in Marseille in France for DreamHack Masters. He blew everyone out of the water.
Stockholm?
No, it was, oh, maybe it was.
Maybe
I think,
sure.
oh, you're right.
Stockholm,
Astralis won the Marseille one. It was Stockholm, you're right.
Yeah. Right before the major.
Indeed. And then got kicked a week after that event.
Kablamo.
45 seconds remain for Team Liquid. And of these 3 players for Rogue, 1 is on the B-bomb site, so they are stretched pretty thin at the moment. Now the bomb has been planted, that might be the round. Maybe prudent to try to hold on to these weapons. Success has been limited for Rogue in this game so far. And just like we saw with LDLC, where it was just a journey to see where they were at the moment, I think the same can be said for Rogue. Obviously, MSL's been here for a while now, but I think it's the first time we've seen Nico on the team and actually commentated the game.
Yeah, I forgot that even happened. Slipped under my radar. Do you know where they're based? Whereabouts they live?
I was
Vegas,
just wondering that.
I know Hiko lives in Vegas. I'm not sure all of them do. Well, there we go. It's going to be 5-1 Liquid on the T side of Nuke. Not looking too good for Rogue here. They've had struggles at the start of this game with the war of attrition, the back and forth forced by affair. 1 round to their name, which was the 2nd round forced by. All for MSL. So the thing is with Nuke, it's difficult to gauge who's the main AWPers. It's one of those weird things. Like, for example, Chris J will all full-time on Mouse Sports. Well, at least he did when Oscar was on the squad. So it might just be a map where he feels like he can AWP the most efficiently, but like, again, I haven't watched any of their games this year, so maybe he is the full-time AWPer as they rush towards upper. Hiko to defend as he's got the FAMAS, not quite finding the damage needed. He's going down for sure here. And it's going to be a very clean entry from Liquid. That's going to be the round in itself.
Swift and decisive.
Yeah, as I say, it's a big problem if you can't find a way to stop that, because what happens is then the team can just do it over again reliably on against your buy rounds. And look at this. I mean, Vice, Nico, and MSL didn't get a chance to play this round. The round was over already. Like, that's a big problem.
It is a huge problem.
And that's, again, like it was something I was alluding to earlier about Astralis' ability to take the upper bomb site. Team Liquid are one of the teams that can potentially rival the map pool that Astralis holds. And Astralis obviously have the deepest and best map pool. And Team Liquid are a team that can play Nuke very, very well.
Just a note as well, Twists comes from the same school of Counter-Strike as Sick did. They both played in TSM with each other. And Twist obviously made it. He's a household name of the game now. Sick has been stuck in almost purgatory for a while. We haven't seen him lift a trophy, make a deep run at a tournament. We know he's incredibly talented, but this doesn't seem like he's really made the most of his career. But I think he's like 21, 20. I think he's got plenty of time left. He's got a lot more to offer. It's just surprising the Twist accelerated so much further ahead of him. We haven't really seen Sick at all, really.
I would guess him even being 18 or 19. Like, I think
when
he broke out, he was really young. Yeah. Yeah, it's you're right though. It's been interesting. I mean, I wonder what the feeling is like for him seeing Twists now sort of being heralded as perhaps the best individual from North America. You know, it's. Do you think that still holds?
It's a difficult thing to quantify. How do you say who's the best? But yes, he's certainly up there in terms of the conversation, most skilled, I would say. He's had his issues with health recently, and that's kind of slowed him down. But overall, yeah, fantastic. He is absolutely one of the shining lights of the entire scene. So he's right now in a 5-on-4 situation. It's Sick that goes down. They're waiting for reactions, and I was impressed with the MSL AWPer DreamHack, I have to say. That's not a bad shot. He opens things up, takes down Stu, and it's now a 4-on-4. So still the advantage, I guess, to Liquid, considering there's barely any utility on the CT side. Not sure the AWP got the opening kill. And they're going to make their way towards ramp.
Speaking of ramp, it looks like MSL's making his way towards ramp as well, completely resetting the situation. Maybe expecting him to avoid the AWP, but I mean, he's still pressing W, so he's gone from ramp back towards the outside again. And maybe he can get back in time to help Vice as they start to move forward. He's missed one player. Lovely flick onto Nitro, and he can reset the situation. So again, warding them away from outside, making his way towards ramp. Now it's a 2 versus 4, 25 seconds, 1 versus 4 for Naf as Vice tries to get out of there. Does not need to take this engagement, but picks good timing as the molly comes out. And 4 players surviving for Rogue's fantastic. 1 upgrade to an AK-47, which is always good. But there's plenty of money for Team Liquid.
There absolutely is. Nice opening pick from Nitro. That was from the squeaky door. But MSL, really good play from him. Gets that 1 pick, doesn't overcommit. Nice shot here. Good flick, gets the bomb, and continues to apply pressure. The thing is, that still cost him a significant amount to reinvest in this round of all the utility. Need to avoid these resets now, and it starts getting some momentum in their favor. It's a very CT-sided affair. Down towards events. Naf attempts, but Nico will find him. Early advantage for them as they deploy outside smokes. They wanted to get 1 player in the vents, outside smokes, completely control lower with the presence there, and that should be a done round. But that's a very important kill, and the advantage in more ways than one for Rogue.
Oh, the molly's down to thwart the smoke. So only one of them makes it over for the cross. So now the CTs can see whether they cross or not. Seem to be moving close to the main position. Perhaps it's evasive action, I don't know. Now there's that meaty smoke down. You can bounce it off the garage to go in front of the main position, but Nico's at such an advantage. We've got pre-fire. The Shadow gives the warning, but the AK will be too strong and Stewie too fast.
They will challenge into the AWP of MSL. He'll be spotted out, but they will gain some positioning. This is very dangerous to try to challenge him further, though, with such few players. But Stewie finds him on the reposition. That is not bad at all. Now it's a 3 versus 3 with 45 seconds to go. So options now are very available to Liquid. Many options, that is, as they could go down lower. That's a threat that they pose. And this is part of the reason why you cut noise in this position. Not only do you have Twist up here in this high ground, and he could potentially find a CT moving around, and that could then trigger a push. And you just make the CTs just start to rotate all over the place, and this is beautiful, going for that entry. Now down to Twist, who had the high ground, has to drop off onto the bomb. He's got very little time.
Down he goes the vent. Surely, I thought he's going to just get the hell out of there. Now, with time running away, has to actually just plant towards upper. Not successful. I feel like, oh, he might be done for here. It comes down to this duel, the Krieg spray. We've talked about it, Dan. It's difficult to control. If he had the AK there, that's 100% his kill. No question. Yeah. No question he gets out of the AK. Krieg, a lot of players still learning how to use it. And in those tense situations where muscle memory kicks in, the Krieg is not the weapon you want for that sort of duel. And that's kind of demonstrated there perfectly.
It's just that like 4th or 5th bullet. Just
yeah,
like
for me, I can't use it. I can't use it for love nor money. It just feels so alien to me.
The other thing is that it has a fairly slow rate of fire for a rifle. So that means you kind of have to hit every bullet too. Like because otherwise you lose too much damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so hard to control, yeah.
Well, there it is. Rogue win the round. They don't reset Liquid, but they get another one on the board. They still need to find consecutive rounds. They're not going for the Venn dive straight away. Outside smoke's deployed once more. And it will be up to MSL to defend once again. He's had a pretty decent showing since he got the AWP out. They try to drop that smoke on the CT side to block the T smoke coming down. You can see it hasn't really worked out for them.
Yeah, and Molly's unfortunately was bounced over by the smoke grenade. They had an early molly on that corner as well, so seems they are very prepared for that in general, Rogue. But this time, they will be betrayed. Nafly lurking outside, maybe for a potential flank. He will be a late arrival, or maybe he'll rotate towards the A site for the vents, who knows, but the numbers game is here for Team Liquid. They've got 4 players. Nico, even if he gets 1 kill, can he escape scoped in like that? Stewie with these entry kills continues to be a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And that's actually a nice way to approach as well. You're not peeking with 1, not 2. You got 3 people swinging wide. There's no way he gets multiple kills, even if he gets 1. So very nice approach. And Vice, he really has got his work cut out for him here. He'll have to hold in an open position. And you can see he's got so many angles to worry about. Getting some backup from MSL here, but he's been smoked out of the equation. And there it is, Stewie and Twist. That's a deadly combo, isn't it? Them coming out of choke points, ready to headshot. Not much you can really do. You can position as well as you want, but they're always going to hit shots.
I think the AUG is on that stair, that headshot peak. I think it's interesting because of the slower movement when you're scoped in.
Yeah.
I feel like it's harder to fall off the headshot angle versus an M4. So if 2 people are picking you, I think you're more likely to get shot in the head. If you're staying there with
I think I prefer the M4 there. You just one quick kill and drop down, right? You're not
you're a lot less nimble.
Yeah.
That's something that I had to like when you're using the AUG, I had to like just keep reminding myself of just there's actually not a huge amount of spots where you want to use the scope. The scope can be useful, but the gun is overall is just very good, and so you can be hindered sometimes by going for the scope.
Well, this is the 4 spy from Rogue. 7-3 down. Nico, you had to see the auto shotgun from him. It's eagle in hand for now, $1,000 residual cash. Grenades, smokes deployed towards main. And they know they're up against pistols here. No one has to overcommit. To see if there's any sort of a initial aggression. Nitro slowly but surely making his way towards secret. Bit of damage taken there, at least thinks better of it. He was an early adopter of the Krieg. We're seeing him use it less and less, which is saying something. He's actually very in tune with all the stats of the weapon.
Because it's cool now.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? If you're doing it, I'm not.
I used it before it's cool, man.
Yeah. Pretty sure he uses default skins as well. Like
yeah, he's a zero skin hipster, but they're all renamed to like StatTrack weapon name here. We've got a fight on the A bomb site for the time being, though, but Sick is the main aggressor of the UMP, moving through the smoke. Perhaps he tries to flank towards Squeaky. It is a long rotation, however, and Nitro may end up flanking him just by sheer coincidence, although there is a player by Radio Room as well, so this could be very interesting, this exchange. Whoever comes out on top may end up winning the round. There's a first player spotted. But look how he instantly looks for other players there. Great positioning by Nitro. Great awareness. No assumptions made. Runs out of bullets, so that's a problem. We've got a player moving through the smoke, but now flies there to clean it up. 20 seconds, and with Vice on 1 HP, I think it's a salvage operation for him. Try to pick up a weapon and get out of there.
Yeah, it's pretty much all he can do. With the reload as well. That certainly confirms things. Another flash. Some armor. That's something to just guarantee the save at this point. So AK-47 for the next round with an 8-3 down. Twist 8 kills, Stewie with 9. They really are taking them to town here. That's the half victory already.
Stewie's entries have been really nice to watch.
Yeah, wonderful.
Enjoying that.
But that was a force buy room from Rogue. That's not like, oh, we took an eco and we've saved an AK. They've got nothing next round. They got an AK. Vice, I guess you could drop an AWP and use the AK if they're really feeling desperate. I would not say that's the approach, though. If they do that, fair play. MSL's got a little pressure on his shoulders if they do decide that's the way forward. Taking the full eco. 9-3 looking likely. Vice is top fragging so far. Whether he gets multiple kills with the AK is yet to be seen.
In come the grenades. Smoke's not contested on this occasion. Money being saved for a rainy day. These PT-50s could be dangerous. The AK-47 though, on the outside, is it harder to rotate? 2 kills for Vice. Big problems for Team Liquid. MSL taking that, but really the focus is on this CT AK and just having the numbers to explode on these players. Now Fly, oh, he needed a second kill there, but it doesn't come.
They're still okay because they have the bomb here. They can plant that safely, they know that. So smoke towards Decon and an open plant. With Molotovs, 2 of those available on flashbangs, I don't even think... You might just be better off just saving the AKs on the CT side. It's tempting to go for this, absolutely, but if you lose everything, you're going to be gutted you gave those AKs away, but no... I guess they need rounds at this point. Give it a go. Stewie in a great position, though. They've got all the advantages in the world. There's the opening kill, but down to 2 versus 1. Nitro still with the Molotov. Wants to wait till the last moment to throw it. There it is.
There it is. Thank you for
go,
coming. Time to save your AKs. They're still hanging around, but I think they might escape. It's going to be tough.
Nico might go down.
They're going to have to run back towards the bomb from the stairs. Okay, they're good. Far away enough. Well, 2 AK saved. Can this be a difference maker? I mean, Stewie, he's been out-aiming people before they can even fire a shot that's registered on the server, at least. So even with the AKs, that might still be an issue.
Here we go. All right, then.
There must have been some discussion after that spray.
Yeah, it's like, I'll show you how to use it. Watch
Yeah.
this. Now Fly. He'll be heading in towards the squeaky door, nading out, follow up with the smoke towards main. Molotov at the CT vent, just trying to bait out any utility. So it costs him a lot, but it will actually bait out a lot of reaction as Elige actually gets down. Pretty much undetected there with barely any smoke. So all that chaos takes the attention away from outside, and that's how you use it. Down towards lower, completely wrecks the AWPer, and he's got vent control as well. This is looking so good for Liquid.
Oh man. That's so, what's the word? It's
agonizing.
It's just so oppressive. Yeah, it's just so oppressive. Just having someone in that position down there, just cutting off rotation. You have no info as the CTs anymore. You've lost outside. You're completely in the dark. It's very rough. Oh my God!
You like that?
That was almost all of them.
Almost, but not quite. That could be enough, though. Nitro 3 HP. He's actually pulled the round back.
Wow, they're all stuck in a choke point and got absolutely demolished. I was thinking there, yeah, an off angle here is pretty good. You know, you can get like a couple of kills maybe.
There was a team kill in there as well.
But that's because he beasted everyone.
Wow.
Painful.
Damn. That's a problem. That's the problem.
2 rounds remain in this first half. Could end up with a close-ish score. 6-9 could be a hell of a lot worse for Rogue. Some potential with Twist and Nitro on pistols. Stewie on a Galil. So he loses the power of that single shot beyond Vice and Sick. Now let's see. They're limited on grenades as well, Team Liquid. We've got some smoke grenades, some flashes.
Good shot from MSL. That's the Liege taking down on the silo. He's doing a good job out there. Finding the kills that are required. Deagle, Tech 9, 5 and 4. Naf has the AWP. 9 kills to his name. We'll see if this is going to be enough. They force bought this round, hoping they could reset the CTs and potentially get double digits. To be fair, they've done their job already. 9 rounds on the T side of Nuke is very promising indeed. We'll see what happens here as they smoke off main entrance. And MSL gets his 2nd kill of the round. Great work through the window, the edge of the wall. 5 on 3, 35 seconds remaining. They might be better off to saving these weapons now and actually having enough for the last round. We'll see. Heading back towards T-spawn. Jackie Yip, though, waiting towards the huts. He's got an inkling he can find a frag here. There was a chance, but couldn't connect the shots.
20 seconds remaining. And they're slowly backing away.
Good call. How's it looking over there, Dan?
I try to see if I can cast him through this, but it's... Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's really working.
But it needs to be a bit closer.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, actually, the drone cam to cast.
Drone cam.
But it's not really very clear what's going on.
It's not a thing.
If we can hook up the feed, somehow get on the broadcast, we need to do that.
We will, but not today. I need to order something.
Those are cool gloves. How much do those cost?
I have no idea.
I sold a pair of gloves for a friend of mine for $370.
They are mad.
Must have been
Pretty cool. They're just blue.
Wasn't a good friend then, I guess.
They're just blue and minimal wear.
Have you heard of Mate's Rates, James?
I sold them on her behalf. I didn't buy them.
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever.
I thought you were selling them too.
No, she unboxed them as like help. So I'm like, okay, here's some help.
Ooh, Nico going 4th, taking down Stewie. Stewie cannot kill what he cannot see. I know Nico's there though, and that's another one. Surely they should be dealing with him, and finally they will. And all of a sudden, just like that, the trays come out, Nitro and Twist make it a 2 versus 3. Now, there's not too much information for them, but there's plenty of time to work out the next step. What is the next step, Henry G?
At this point, wait for a CT mistake, try and head towards Secret by the looks of things. A pretty lackluster smoke, but they'll get down at least. MSL, he's been doing a great job. Fair play to him. Nice and disciplined, not overcommitting, nothing too flashy, just hitting the shots that already count. He pretty much wins the round with that one. 3 kills for Nico, 1 for MSL, Twist for Decoy, and a Krieg. Final round of the half, might as well give it a go. It would take an absolute disgusting mistake to come through for this round to be possible for him.
Nobody in the A site itself, so there is potential as long as he uses his time wisely, although he doesn't notice. You have to assume someone is somewhere.
The thing is, when you plant that bomb, you're out of the round for 4 seconds, and then he's got to watch out for Squeaky, the Vent, the Heaven, Hut.
Yeah, he's got to find a way to get the 1v1s, but again, he's not giving himself any time to plant the bomb.
So he'll fake plant this and to see if he can draw one out. Focus on Heaven, presumably. He's going for it. I love it. It's down, but they are pouncing on him, and that's the entrance he needed.
Goes for the 1v1, tries to catch him off. God! He got close!
It wasn't bad. That's about as good as he could possibly get. Wow. Krieg, he's showing us he is very proficient with the Krieg, even after that difficult 1v1 he had. But it is 9-6. Rogue did a good job to get 3 rounds back there. Like, they were getting absolutely hammered. They were 9-3 down. And they managed to bring it right back to 9-6. They win the pistol. That could be 9-9. We don't know how good that T side is. We have no idea, Dan. We have no information.
We have no information.
You never know. This could happen.
I appreciate what you're doing, Henry, right now.
I
appreciate what you're doing.
I'm trying my best.
But your prediction has betrayed your intent. Okay, so we'll see, though, if there's any funky stuff here from Rogue. Indeed, we don't know specifically if they have any funky pistols to show us, but they'll just give the ramp rush, so pretty bog standard stuff. Stewie will fall down, try to call his teammates down to help him out, and he'll try to hold as as much as he possibly can from these angles. Playing the headshot position, doesn't pick it up and dies instantly. That's not a good look. And now they're all stuck behind the choke points. Is there a way forward? Is there a way back into the bomb site?
Bomb's down. They have got a kid in the smoke, but they need kills right now. Nitro has got 4 players on that side of the bomb site. There's no way they're getting a couple of kills. The CTs are done for. Good effort. He got the first one, but then calling there's so many players waiting towards the window, he has to fall back. A little fake defuse attempt, and MSL, low HP, somehow gets that frag. This ramp rush has turned into something quite special. It's Elise who's fighting his way back into the round, has got the kit, needs to touch the bomb here and hope for the best. Oh, this could actually work out. There's a world, he gets the defuse here. There's a world.
Oh, that was like 0.001. Come on.
Oh, I thought it was coming in. So close. Great effort.
That was really close.
So I learned that Elise uses 26%, or 74% of my sensitivity.
Okay.
Actually, is there any reason you brought that up? Or?
No, it's just a thing that I learned.
Just in case
everyone is some percent of your sensitivity.
Maybe
so
more
who
useful
tell us about
information
next?
is, what sensitivity is that? What does he use?
He uses 1600 DPI and 0.74.
His DPI is twice of yours, basically.
Okay,
what is going on?
CZs, baby.
Back to the action.
Back to the action. Deagle straight to the jaw. Elise goes up, using that 0.74 sensitivity to its greatest.
Is it 0.74 or is it 74%?
It's 0.74. This is not a favorable battle for the man in the vents.
Yeah, Vice has actually got a pretty decent chance of winning this. He has got the bomb. He's feeling it with 3 kills to his name. Still 100 HP as well.
Oh.
Upper site is clear. That player's in the ramp room. So he probably goes for that full commitment as well. He's just like, you know what? I'll just take this. Elise can't really commit either until his teammate's ready.
There's his 1v1 position. Probably peek towards Hut with a certain timing. Or does he hold it? Still ticking. I don't know if there's a kit on the site. Quietly emerging. Oh, all the information, but he goes for the small gun first. Taken out by the big gun. And I think there is time for the defuse for Elise.
Absolutely is. What a round that was.
Ouch. Chaotic.
And there will be Elise waiting. Like I said, that's the discipline you need in those sort of situations. Sure, you might be able to deny the plan, win it there and then. But you've got a better chance of winning if you can operate together, give him one solo, 1-on-2 situation instead of 2 1v1s when he's got the advantage. So nice work from Liquid. They bounce back after losing the pistol. The force buy in the second works out. But once again, they need to fend off the approach from Rogue. They've gone to Tech-9s, CZs, P250s, Galils. Pretty much everything they could get their hands on, and outside smokes are being deployed very quickly here as MSL will lead the charge. He'll flash out. This is reminiscent of Glaive, perhaps, the in-game leader, making his way towards outside with the smokes down. Eco's actually got down the vents. I haven't seen much from him this game, but maybe this could be the big play.
Going fast. Elise with the AK ready to go, but we won't expect that angle. Will not expect that one. That is a very... Oh no! It's a miss, but it doesn't matter. Eco's showing... That's like vintage Tech-9 right there.
I haven't seen a Tech-9 clip in a while.
Yeah.
Especially 2 kills with it. That's not bad. Rolling back the years.
Now what do they do, Liquid?
Dark times.
They have no money in the hole. At this point, you might want to prioritize your own economy versus your opponent's. Nitro has a defuse kit, so he could be going for some kind of ninja, but I think they're just hiding in plain sight at this point. Maybe getting some upgrades. We can see the situation isn't ideal for Rogue, but it's not really ideal for either side. There's Vice taken out. MSL on the flank is going to get 2, and that is a good $12,000 of damage.
Yeah, this was a big round. That was the force buy in response, and Rogue will win it. NAF will have to save the AWP all the way in CT Spawn, I should say. And 4 players survive. How do you like that? Hiko down the vent with the Tech-9. Gets all the way to the window room, negates endless CT presence, and actually misses this smoke, then recovers and gets the second kill.
That first shot was massive. Follow-up got there in the end, but I do wonder what the aim was of those 2 players, if they felt like they couldn't safely go further away, or if they wanted to take some weapons away. because they've gone for the force buy around the 1 AWP, but they could have had 3 rifles, so I guess it was some kind of gamble, but it's put them in a much weaker position. Now Rogue need to identify where the main threats are. The AWP being one of them, a potential stack being another one. Team Liquid have 3 smoke grenades, as one was just deployed somewhere. There's a huge flashbang for Lige, only 1 shot required. He doesn't know if it's safe to go and collect that weapon though. With a wall of smoke outside, you would imagine that there's more than 1 player there, but no one's picked just yet, so he takes a gamble, and now they've got 2 weapons.
I thought there was a chance, multiple frags there. Naf could have found the second, but still they have the advantage. They'll book it down towards the lower sites. Rogue are on a mission. Twist finding the clues though. He'll be behind them, and Elige, no damage done, but stays alive. That's fine. Try and just get 1 kill. That will do it. And this is looking very good for Liquid. Back and forth they go on nuke here. Happened in the first half as well. Another force buy will be successful. Absolutely. And you're right. It all started and stemmed from that initial kill with the Deagle. The flashbang comes through. Elige pushes them towards the ramp. Stewie's waiting with the P250. Nicely positioned in the smoke. Causes some chaos. And they have to go down lower in the 4 versus 3. That's where Liquid run away with it. Great stuff. But Rogue still have enough resources to buy here. They're not done just yet.
I think some people would be wondering why Rogue pushed through the smoke on ramp when they were the people at the advantage in terms of weapons and so on. But I think because they lost their player outside, Team Liquid, the more time went on, they would be figuring out where they aren't. Okay, there's no time to talk about this because Sick is going absolute nuclear at the moment, looking for more players. That's pretty good. Looking in heaven as well. There is a player there, Nafly. He's taking Nico out in the meantime, but this charge from Rogue has really put a stop to everything else and has put Liquid in another tight spot. But with the high ground advantage, Liquid may feel compelled to go for this.
And they go looking over the top here. They're down on men, but they are better on health overall. Hiko coming in from Hut now as well. And it all stands still for a moment. Some flashbangs to be deployed here before they will make their final push onto the bomb site. Can Liquid retake this? They've so many rounds have been very, very close here. Can't get. Oh, he does actually manage to escape there, Hiko, somehow. The bomb needs to be defused right now. It's going to be. Someone's going to stick this, and Hiko comes in, and they have no choice. They are at his mercy, and the round will go to Rogue. All these rounds have been so difficult for Team Liquid to hold on to. Rogue actually looked like they could win on the T side of Nuke.
Well, if you look on the top of your scoreboard right now, you can see how back and forth it's been, but the last one is the most significant. Liquid are buying again. I would say take the eco at this point and just start winning on gun rounds instead of trying to squeeze out these victories with CZs and FAMASs, but I guess they are finding relatively good results with them. They'll keep going as the pace is increased. They'll be taken outside again. All 5 players heading towards lower. Rogue slow things down as they want to be silent with their approach. They have a massive advantage here, but Liquid know if they can win this round somehow, they're back in the driving seat. Lose it, it's probably going 11-11 with the eco up next.
All right then, they have been smoked off. Now, they have no vision around the map. They do not know if Liquid have pushed anything and how expectant Liquid are of this particular play. Got 1 player having a look outside, just checking, is Hiko. Nitro forced away from control, but he's still got close quarters. Lots of close quarters corners to be checked by Rogue, who are on the wrong end of the checkpoints for the time being, but he's taking a very weird angle where they're going to look towards the windows, but no kill. He sees multiple players, so he has a lot to do here. Gets a 1 versus 1, and now he can try and run distraction. He has a player from the ramp who could peek first along with him, but he'll take the 1v1 and won't get much done with it. I think Elige was in a position to help him out there, so there could have been more from that, but here we are.
30 seconds remain. Naf is actually in a prime position to get a couple of kills here. Oh, he's pretty disgusting with the Deagle himself. He gets 1, brings it back to the 3-on-3. Time ticking away, but the upper bomb side is clear. They've got a clean plant here. It's going to be Nico getting it down. And MSL gets himself tucked in towards the squeaky door room just in the nick of time. Twist doesn't spot him, but seems to be aware of a player on the other side. He gets the headshot, but not the kill. Down to 2 HP. Elige now has to operate very quickly, using that information to bring that frag back in his favor. He has the FAMAS, 100 HP, but not much else. His teammate is the walking wounded right now. I think they're just going to let this one go. Save the rifles for the next round. This is getting dangerous. Rogue can actually win this now.
I agree with the thing you said about Stewie. I think it's so easy sometimes in Counter-Strike to like not realize necessarily where your teammates are if there's a chaotic situation, and that you can just like use yourself as bait for your teammate and like pull the T's into an angle. Because I agree that would have been the perfect play, and that could have changed the nature of things because it looked like they were interested in maybe trying to finish him off in the corner. But if he's in the mindset of thinking I don't have any help, then he's thinking I have to just go with an unfavorable fight with the flashbang.
Yeah, there is a setting in CS which shows info above your teammates' heads even through walls at the moment with utility and so on, but it's not enabled in competitive play. So if you watch my stream, for example, rather than asking all the random people what grenades they have, I can see what grenades they have and just say, you throw this over there, but it's not currently enabled in the pro games. You know, like the coach isn't allowed to talk the whole time, I think there is a focus in terms of communication from Valve, so that would really take a lot of communication away and make things a lot easier. So at the moment, at least, they haven't favoured enabling that for professional play.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, well, it's not time for that discussion. Perhaps I was going to say like there are some other features which I think they could put in similar to that, which could be beneficial that you wouldn't have on in competitive. But we'll see what's the order is for Liquid here. They did save the 2 guns, of course, and Caesar was dropped for Twist from Elige, I think. There's always a way to win rounds like this if the T's do not play it like perfectly.
Yeah, there's always room for error, especially when Elige and Nafla have rifles. They're gonna have to make a play. They have no idea that T side presence towards heaven has been found. It's Sick who's just holding for anyone hunting for information. It's a nice cheeky spot. Hiko making sure no one rotates beneath him. And they will hold here. They've got plenty of time. CTs, I don't know if they'll push any further, but it looks like they'll hold the hub for now.
And off they go. And this kind of push is, I think, why you saw Rogue push through that smoke on ramp when they lost the player outside a few rounds ago, to stop the CT side getting too much information and stacking the place where they felt they had to go. 40 seconds remain, and could start to make some noise as they move through the B bomb site, but surely someone will hear them from above. Slowly clearing things out, but you want to give yourself enough time to plant the bomb. Molotov towards the vent position. They can move for a heaven plant with 2 players there, so it's a pretty solid situation for Rogue now. They've avoided pretty much everything, and now Liquid, 2 players with rifles and armor, have to start thinking about saving that, so they've got extra money for the rounds to come.
This is why I really disagree with the approach of force buying here. When you're objectively the stronger team, this is a map you play and you're risking everything by continuing to force buy and trying to just steal rounds away. I feel like that's a very dangerous game to play, and it seems like Rogue are more than capable of keeping up in the fragging department. They have got some very strong players there. You've got Vice, 24 kills. Sick, who's only on 10, but we know he's up there with some of the best in North America. And Nico, a great rifler and deagle player as well. Really a dangerous game they'll play, and they are being punished for it as Rogue tie things up on their T side. It goes 11-11. Money is finally there. We're getting into, what is it, round number 7 before we're actually seeing a full gun round here from Liquid. That's kind of a strange situation to be in.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite make so much sense. I definitely agree, especially on Nuke. I think that's it's just not really worth it. I think, you know, Rogue in the past have shown that they've always been happy to play this map. And it's not too far into them.
It's weird because on the other side of the coin, at the beginning they were trading rounds, and Liquid already had a lead, so they're essentially they're not losing. They're keeping parity with the score at the start if they continue to trade rounds. So it's, once they get a consecutive round, then it's time to be like, okay. But if they are taking every other round of the force buy and they're already in the lead, then that's something to consider.
Well, this is do or die time now. This is a best of 3, but still Liquid with the absolute heavy favourites going into this one. If they let this one slip by, it's going to be a difficult series to recover. We'll see as Nico dropping utility towards main.
Versus Pro had a strat through the nuke door where they would throw double nades there. I did a video and Apex was the recipient of the double HEs and got blown to smithereens. It's a pretty solid strat, but I haven't seen him throw it off late. Of course, it is a whole new world in terms of Virtus Pro. But back into this one. 11 apiece. Nitro very low thanks to that Molly and HE combo. So maybe if that was a double HE, he would have been dead, but you never know. It's good to mix things up. It is area denial as well. Sometimes HEs will betray you. Now Rogue make their way towards the secret position, and Elish has got himself an off angle.
Ooh, aim a bit off as well there. Wasn't expecting such early presence. He only gets the one. He probably was only ever going to get one considering the spacing between the T's, but still could have been cleaner. 4 on 4. Nitro's low. Jackie's in the window room here. We'll see if he can get enough out of this. Crouch, we can't be seen, but Nico aware of it. Great teamwork coming in. That's going around as a fragging unit, taking everyone down in their path.
I think, I want to say it was Nitro who was there previously with a CZ in that same position, which maybe cost you there, because if that hadn't happened, that scenario earlier on, then maybe they would be looking towards the windows. There we are. Now it's Twist alone, and Liquid are at risk of losing the lead, well, having the lead taken by Rogue, let's say.
They have no idea that he's
Well, they have an idea.
That timing could have been really good.
They have an idea, it seems.
Yeah,
Presence of mind. Spatial awareness.
4 rounds in a row.
Feels like they're running away with it right now.
Yeah, like this all stems. They haven't had the AWP yet once. They haven't actually had a full gun round. They've been compromises every time. And that's why I just feel like if you're the favoured team going into it, just really focus on the gun rounds, and especially on a map like Nuke, because all it takes is a couple of rounds to go against you, and you can't get back on your feet financially. We talk about the incendiaries being so prevalent. If you don't actually get those out at all, you're constantly buying M4s or AUGs, and having one smoke, a couple of flashes, it's not necessarily enough on Nuke. You need to take the full gun rounds where you can.
How much damage can Stu do? Just the one kill, but a lot of information. Are Liquid in position to rotate fast enough? It doesn't seem so. Players moving down that secret area, but the Molotov will control. MSL moves into position. He's got a Mac 10 as well, so he will cut these players apart like ribbons with scissors. Very nice so far. Rest of the team there's a follow up, and Rogue are in a strong position, has to be said. Now the pressure starts to rise. The problem with trading rounds is that you don't really extend your lead. Again, to look at Henry's argument about being the highest skilled player, you keep the score close, and now that might cost them.
Well, it's round 10. The first proper gun round for Liquid is coming in, and they've had to go a little bit avant-garde with it. They've brought out double AWPs on the CT side of Nuke. Now, that is a setup I would not recommend ever. It can work, but it's not sustainable. As soon as they know you're doing it, they start dropping the smokes, and this is a fast approach as well. This might be the worst time to bring out a double AWP setup, but they're presenting one of these strategies. Good shot from Nafla, gets the bomb as well, but does he get dropped? He will. Now you got Stewie on the AWP, who has to try and position himself in a correct manner to be effective in this run. I'm not sure that's going to be the case. He holds towards ramp from now, but his options are so limited. He can get smoked off from ramp and be locked in his place. He can't really justify pushing lobby.
I think he is. Or is he?
This is brave.
Yeah, I think because of the action outside, because the bomb is in no man's land outside, Rogue have to focus on the outside. So he's taken a risk, expecting that there will be some kind of gap. And indeed, there is. He's found a lot of information for his teams. They can position themselves accordingly. And we may see, the timing now. If a player moves into this position.
Yeah, see what I mean? He just got so much to deal with. But this is a nice angle if we can stay here.
Yeah, he's aware of it. And there it is. Now what do you do, Rogue? They have collected the bomb outside, but some of their plans are obvious at this point. Twist taking Sick out in that heaven position. There is a trade from Hiko. The timing for Elish is just about going to work out. Sliding out of the vents, keeping Liquid in the game.
Little BM there towards Hiko. Got 3 kills in the round. That's his 16th. He's actually second in the charts with Nico there. Hiko and Nico getting it done. 13-12. Liquid, their first gun round there. Their first full buy. Double AWPs. Like I said, it's not really sustainable. They've lost that pretty much straight away. And it will take Nitro down to just an MP9, which is fine on a map like Nuke, to be honest. Just got to play correctly with it. Outside they go again. Naf this time with the AWPer.
Multiple targets, just the one kill. Moving towards a secret position. HE, a little late. Needed to be ahead, not behind. If Liquid lose this round, surely they are toast.
Yep. Captain toast.
Nitro watches the Molotov go past. No sound cue. I think he made a step though. He's being looked for, but he'll still get the kill, continuing to push towards control. 3 on 3, gets an upgrade. His teammates can rotate in the meantime. They know he's around the corner. That's a problem. We've got Nafly with a lovely flick towards control from that ramp position, but Sick will trade Nitro. 2 on 2.
Still can't really cross because of the orb. Oh, he's gone too deep. He's gone too deep. Now Nafly has a horrible position. The thing is, with all that time left, you're in a spot where sometimes you just want to see what the T's are going to do, because otherwise that situation happens. If you're wrong and when you're pushing and they're waiting for you, then you have a huge disadvantage. Naf will throw the smoke. Does he have any idea? This is so difficult. There's surely no way. Oh, he still does it though.
What?
Down to the 1 versus 1. Naf spots the
He's
next
hit
one
him.
through the wall. Now the Molotov to follow it up, but he goes down before he burns Sick alive. That is so sad for Naf. I can't believe he got that far.
I think that's GG as well. They have got themselves in the worst possible scenario. Nafly, he did absolutely everything. The fact he even got that kill was remarkable. Then he hits Sick here, takes him down to 29, drops the incendiary perfectly, pulls out the USP, but somehow Sick gets the last bullet in before he is made into toast. There we go. 14-12. They have to force buy here. This will be for map points. Remember, Liquid won out their T-side 9-6. That sort of scoreline is normally a death sentence. In this particular matchup, you think there's no chance. Rogue won't be able to get back into this. But I feel like Liquid have been their own worst enemy. Maybe a little bit arrogant with their buys. Like they didn't have to keep force buying and destroying their own money. Just to reiterate, their first full gun round was in round number 10 of the second half. Now that's a pretty scary stat when you break it down.
Break it down. Oof. Well, at least they practice using pistols a lot so far.
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe there's that. But Rogue have also practiced dealing with them and have had increasing success. The other thing too is that, I mean, we saw FaZe start slow against VP, but VP really brought a surprisingly strong game as well.
Rogue have, to be fair, this is a decent looking Rogue. Remember, they've got a lot more firepower than previous season. Nico coming in is massive for them. You've got MSL at the helm of it all, and some decent NA talent there as well. It's not a bad little team. We just haven't seen enough of it to really give a full opinion. If they take down Liquid as first map, that's quite the statement. And off the back foot as well. 6 rounds on their CT side. They might be able to close it out in regulation.
Moving through the smoke. Has Melsfell been spotted? Not as much of a tag as he might have liked. You can see Nafly jumping past the angle. That's not the engagement he wants to take. He'll reset the situation. He's got a teammate in, so he'll go down ultimately, though. Almost inevitably. Stewie's here with the P250. 40 seconds remain. No more smokes for Team Liquid. 3 flashes, though. Now, there is time pressure for Rogue. If they're heading towards the A site, do they have it surrounded? Stewie, will he be checked for half a second reaction from MSL? Maybe checking the mini-map. 20 seconds. Nitro has an AK-47. He's on the ramp position. He's chasing. Where is the bomb headed, though? Towards the B bomb site. Nico taken down. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. Just about planted. Crisis averted, considering the time. MSL positioning himself for a all but guaranteed 2 versus 1 vice part of the MSL's bro crew. MSL bros crew.
Is that a crew?
And there is the kill. Off angle from MSL, leading by example. Game point for Rogue.
And money wrecked for Liquid. I feel like that round a couple of rounds ago, that was it. That was the deciding factor. That really was their last chance in the previous. Now they've got to try and operate again with pistols. I suppose no stranger to them at this point.
Do you think that's there's any degree, like, do you think we'll see any degree of slumping from Liquid after the major performance? Because
well, it depends how you value their major performance in general. Do you feel like that was a strong showing?
Well, that's the thing. It feels like they failed.
Yes,
they failed. They lost out to ENCE in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, which was
that's
like they were in the conversation to win the whole thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a huge failure for them. And they seemed not to be all together in the matches as well.
For me, it's I really don't like teams that force buy consistently. It's like yes, you have a lot of stars in this team. They can work out for you, but I like to look at the bigger picture. What's going to give us the greatest percentage of winning this game? That's the most important thing. I don't care about winning pistol rounds. I mean, well, eco rounds or force buy rounds. I want to win as a team correctly, how we've practiced, not clutching at straws, hoping we can get all the 1Deags together and look like we're amazing individuals.
I'll put the Deagle clips together.
Yeah.
You just get the guns out.
I would prefer the way we practice the game, how we operated in practice. That's what I want to do on the server. I do not want to find ourselves in this position where we've let a team no disrespect like Rogue, who you should not be dropping, especially a 9-6 lead to them because you kept force buying. It's such a frustrating position to be in. Remember, it's Dust 2 next as well. That is a quote-unquote slightly random map considering form. There could be a chance for 2-0 here if Rogue pick this round up.
Stewie hunting with a P250. Begging for kills, but he will be denied. Left empty-handed. Naflight and Twist, 2 versus 5 versus game points of Rogue, who plant the bomb on the B bomb site with the entire site smoked off. Doesn't sound like it's very likely MSL. Spots one player. That gun won't be retrieved anytime soon. Sink is in position. He's got support if he needs it. Nafly looking for decontamination. But he will soon be contaminated by hot lead from Nico. 16-12 for Rogue. Team Liquid.